Geography was never really a subject that I enjoyed studying in school. I mean, it is fun to learn about the different mountains, about the different caves that we have in our country, about all the different plains and biomes that we have, but it just never really struck with me as history, for example, or maths, or physics, or any other of these subjects. And hmm, at the beginning of my first grade of the middle school that I go to right now, the geography class teacher, she told us that we have these like books that we need to carry into our class, basically like every geography lesson, and we have geography like once once per week. So I had to basically like walk over to like the room when they're where they are situated, and I would ask for the key so that I could come and open the, how is it called, basically like the board where the books are located, and then walk all the way back to my class. And keep in mind, the room where all of the teachers are situated in, and the board where the books are located, it is completely at the other side of the entire building. I'm not kidding. I have to walk the entire way. Basically, what was like 200 meters, basically just like that. Yeah, it is a long while. And yeah, I really enjoy it because it is a really big discipline activity, and I enjoy doing it. I mean, it is just like once per week, and so every single time I need to remember it because there were times where I forgot it in the past before I was disciplined. So yeah, I don't want to have that awkward moment once again, especially because she's a strict teacher, so she will yell it out whenever she wants to. And yeah, so basically, we always have it as a third lesson, which always starts at 9:45 and ends at 10:30, meaning that just before that, I need to think about it the entire lesson. I need to think about the fact that I need to come over to the room where they are situated and ask for the keys. And as I was meditating on it, just having it as one of the things that I had at the back of my mind, just thinking about more important subjects. There was one thing that I was thinking about more. One more important discipline activity that would actually help me for the long term that I wanted to do instantly as the bell rang. And so, as the bell rang, it was finally over, and we had a break to do like a 10-minute one where we could do basically anything that we wanted to. The first thing that I did was I kind of leaned from my chair and I reached for my backpack to pick up my mobile phone. And what I did was immediately do daily chess puzzles. That's right. Every single day at 9 a.m., the daily chess puzzles get updated on chess.com. I like to finish them every single day. I believe that I have like a 560-day streak. Yeah, it's been really fun. But sometimes the daily puzzles don't make any sense whatsoever, but I just like to check it out once in a while. It really helps me. And I know that I will get into chess like probably years down the line. So it is very good to build up this at least some moves and at least some muscle memory when it comes to chess, right? If I'm not leveling up in it like 10% of the time, at least 1% of the time will be good. So yeah, at least that's something that I have going for myself when it comes to chess. And so after that, I put away my mobile phone after like 3 minutes of trying to solve it out, and I had the rest of the 7 minute break to go there, grab the keys, go all the way to the other side of the building, then go back, and then hand over the keys once the teacher came to our classroom. The reason why I do this each and every single day, the reason why I prioritize it, especially after this time at 9 a.m., and why I don't do it in the afternoon, for example, is because it is the most appropriate time for me. I just love doing it at that time. I mean, I'm at school, a place that is heavily reliant on my logical thinking, and chess is perfect at improving my logical thinking in the first place, right? So I like to do it. But that is not the main reason why I actually do it. Discipline is the main reason why I like to do it. You see, there's this very famous fact that people can hold their attention on seven things at once. Nothing more, nothing less. is just 7 things at once. Meaning that once you actually get like more distractions, you will forget about one of those things that you try to remember. And most of the time, you will not even remember what you wanted to remember in the first place, which would be a huge shame. Because for us, as timeless readers on self evolution, who analyze life, who think about all of the different life lessons that from the life tests that life throws at us, would be a really huge shame. And so that's why I discipline myself even from time to time to write down some of the important life lessons, some important, I don't want to call it the revelations because that is a heavily spiritual term, but basically yeah, when I basically get a huge realizations just like that, I immediately like to write them down so I don't forget about them later, but also just to free up some of the spots in that, you know, 7 place hierarchy. But yeah, the main reason why we want to do this is because we want to get rid of it as quickly as possible. We need to write it down somewhere, just like with journaling. But this is like journaling on steroids. But journaling is meant to plan for the next day. Journaling is where you store your most important thoughts during the day. This activity is heavily discipline required. It doesn't have to be just writing down information. It can be general stuff. Like for example, you remember that, oh fuck, I forgot to fix this line of code on my affiliate marketing website. So you go do it immediately. Like, if you have class, for example, then you do it immediately once the bell rings. That's the discipline activity that you must do. This is what will help you to level up your discipline forever. Just this one thing, just doing all of these activities as quickly as possible, the moment that you think about them, the moment that you remember them, will help you heavily. And yeah, you can even help yourself. So if you cannot do it for like 3 hours or more, then it's not worth it of being on your mind. So immediately write it down somewhere. I know it sounds cliche as fuck, but trust me, it works a lot. It helps me heavily with video ideas, for example, but it also helps me with the things that I learned from YouTube videos, for example. So if I watch a manifestation video or if I watch a spiritual video, I immediately write down the key life lessons that I got from that video, whether it is in the health, wealth, or relationships categories. It helps me a lot. And especially if it is something that I have to do in the afternoon, for example, because I've worked on my mindfulness for a long time now, but yeah, I still get distracted from time to time, which is completely natural and that shouldn't be framed on. So yeah. And also last thing, whenever that activity or that discipline required task comes to your mind that you have to do immediately, you must always remember that you need to put 100% of your focus, 100% of your brain power into it. We as timeless readers on self-evolution, we must not neglect any pillar of our lives, because if we neglect one thing, everything gets neglected. Every single pillar, whether it is wealth, health, or relationships, they are all connected to each other. Meaning that if you don't do that chess puzzle with 100% of your daily efforts, with 100% of your current focus that you have during those 3 minutes of your daily life, then yeah, how do you expect to do your disciplined work? Like, for example, working on your dropshipping website or your affiliate marketing page or your YouTube channel or talking to a girl, for example. How do you expect to be successful in those activities when you cannot even focus on the task beforehand? I know it may sound like meaningless, like, what do you mean, timeless reader? Of course, doing a chess puzzle is less important than talking to a girl, and I know what you're saying, but this is all subliminal. Trust me, I have felt this before. Like your brain, it is very adaptable, but it is very adaptable in the lazy way also. Meaning that if you, for example, like do the chess puzzle and you think about something else, then you definitely need to work on your mindfulness because otherwise your brain will get used to the fact that it will basically have the option of basically doing the main activity with 80% of its power and then having the 20% think about something else. You won't feel it, but it will casually come into that state without you even realizing it. That's why it is so important for you to do everything with 100% of your current efforts, with 100% of your thought processes. You understand what I'm trying to say? it is very dangerous. And your brain, it is very lazy. And yeah, it can sabotage you a lot. So once you remember this activity that you have to get done, always remember to just write it down, or if you can do it within an hour, do it as early as possible before it gets replaced by something else in the 7 place hierarchy. And always remember to do it with 100% of your current efforts. Otherwise, everything will get neglected. Okay? So, this is how you level up discipline forever by just remembering this one rule and engraving it into your daily routine. Whew. If you want to join a community where we discuss on mental health and full of like minded men who share the same values as you, the same likes and dislikes, the same goals as you, who are becoming the best version of themselves every single day to surpass you in the race of men, but at the same time, they will be like your true, blood bonded brothers with whom you can talk about any kind of topic and any kind of life lesson that you wish, and they will give you life advice on it like there's no tomorrow. Then you can join our Discord clan in the description. I know that if you're watching videos like these and willing to take action, that you have way more potential than you think you have. So please harness it and join us on the path towards greatness. I know that you'll find your place in there. Unlike with the 99% of people that don't benefit you whatsoever and your long-term growth as well. But besides that, you can like the video, you can subscribe if you want, join the email list in the description and get yourself a free book about mindfulness. Comment on which part of the video comment on which part of the video you like the most and which part of the video you will implement in your daily life. If you want to learn about healthy mindsets that will carry you to success in the long term and in the short term by mending your mental health and bringing you on the right path, no matter what, no matter the life test, no matter the goal, then I highly suggest that you should go check out Timeless Readers Mindsets in the description. It is truly something life changing, and you would be an absolute fool to miss out, especially with the discount that is happening over there right now. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you